My name is Mark, and welcome to my webinar on the 5 reasons why you should back up M365 with Cove Data Protection. Right, so first of all, my name is Mark Domingo. I am the product manager for Enable here at Soft Solutions. I've been with the role for almost 9 months now, close to 10 months actually. So I'm still fairly new considering the role that I am in. But in saying that, I have been in the tech industry. I've worked in the tech industry for over 11 years now. The majority of that time I've spent with Microsoft. And so I can pretty much align or realign my previous role with my current role right now here at Soft Solutions. So that's about me. So our agenda for this morning is I'll be taking you through why you should back up your M365 with Cove Data Protection. And then I'll walk you through a quick demo on the Cove dashboard. And then we'll have a Q&A session right at the end. But if you do have some questions, feel free to pop it in the question menu or the question pane. You can just write up there, and then we'll answer that as we come along or go through. But if I have questions that I'm not able to answer, I'll be more than willing to give you a call back or schedule another meeting with you separately. Right. So this is actually my first webinar that I'll be doing myself. So please bear with me. I might not be as technical as the ones previously doing this, but yeah, I'm still getting there. Anyways, so straight off the bat, why you should protect your M365 with Cove Data Protection. So the number speaks for itself, right? Currently, Enable has over 12,000 MSPs that's being used by using Cove. They're using over 600,000 devices across 37,000 plus M365 domain, right? So that itself already speaks a lot on where Cove Data is and how they are playing on the big leagues when it comes to M365 backup. So previously it was known as Enable Backup, and they have rebranded it now to Cove. So what it is a cloud-first data protection as a service that allows you to back up your servers or workstations. But in the interest of this webinar, we are going to be focused more on M365 data. So there's that. Now let me just walk you through the demo now. Dashboard here. There. So hopefully you can see my screen. Right. So as you can see here, once you log in, you enter your credentials. You can see all the devices that you have. Here are what we call the widgets. There's 4 widgets. Obviously, you can see the devices that you have, the Microsoft 365 tenants that you have. And in a traffic light system, you can see the backups that's being completed. And obviously, also what's being backed up in the last 24 hours. So if you want a fresher view or you want an updated report for that, you can just click on refresh. And it should give you a more updated view of what's being backed up in the last 24 hours. Right? And at the bottom part there, you can see all the devices that you have. And on the left side here is what you call the vertical menu. You can see all the dashboard options that you have, the profiles, the products, and the management side of things. Now, I'm going to walk you through customer management. So once you click on that, you can obviously see where you can add a customer, right? So in this case, let's click on add a customer, and I'll show you how that's being done. So say, for example, if I was a reseller on an MSP, and there's someone who wants to sign up for a Cove backup with us, I'm just going to write here, say, for example, I'm based in New Market, so I'll just put in New Market Pharmacy. Just going to put in a test solutions as for now. The device country, New Zealand. And the data source location is Australia. You just can put it on in trial for now, so they don't have to pay for the first 30 days. And then you click on save. But in the interest of this webinar, I already created a test account. So I'm just go ahead and cancel that and click on that account, which is Mark Cove test account. So in that account, you'll see obviously the general information, the company. You can add in all the contacts for that specific account. You can also add the notes, and lastly, the custom branding. All right. So see how easy that is for you to add an account in this dashboard. Now, once after that, I'll just click on to users. Now you can see here, you can see the roles here: super user, operator. Now, Cove Data Protection actually allows role-based access or user-based access based on what options you pick on that specific user to be. So in this case, I'm just going to click on Mark Cove test account, and then just click on the Add User blue button here. Really easy to use. And then just put on the email. So say mark@newmarketpharmacy.co.nz. And then I can click on a role based on that specific user's credentials, or basically if that user is just, you can put in a super user, an admin, a manager, an operator. Now, if I click on this, you can quickly see what kind of roles are available for each specific user. So obviously, like I mentioned, super user, administrator, manager, operator, supporter, and what it says here is a security officer is an additional setting which you can be applied to certain roles, provided additional access, right? You can also see here what's being ticked up. Security with security other permissions, everything's ticked up, and obviously for operator and supporters, very limited access. So what it does really is all about permissions. So, if you are a super user, you have all that access, an admin, and also if you are an operator and supporter, what you actually have are just read-only permissions or access. Right? So I'm just gonna click on cancel that. And then we go back to the backup dashboard. Then you can see all the devices here, eh? If you click on softstall.co.nz, you can see all the devices that's being backed up in the last 24 hours. Shows your history, shows your audit, Exchange and OneDrive, right? Your SharePoint, there's that, and the protected users. So with Cove Data Protection, it's billed per user. So in this case, you can see that there are 9 inboxes or 9 users. So we are totally billed for 9 users, and totally protected is 11. So there's Exchange, you have 9, OneDrive 7, and SharePoint 2. So all of those are protected. But if you might ask why there's showing 11 here, it's because shared boxes are backed up for free. So there's that. Another good reason on why you should back up with Go Backup on your M365. And you just click on Overview. It shows you the retention period that Cove Data has and the number of sessions you can do to back up your data, right? So retention for all of those is 7 years. And then for Exchange, you can actually back up a session 6 times a day. And OneDrive and SharePoint, you can back up 4 sessions a day, which is really good. Now let's just go back to the backup dashboard. Now let me just click on my Softstall test account here, and then show you quickly on how to add a device. Now, Cove Data will bring you up to this window where you can choose 2 options. If you want to back up or create a server and workstation device, or in this in this session will be focusing more on M365 data, right? So I'm just going to click on M365. Now, once you click that, it brings you into this page. And then you can add on that device name. So the domain would be Mark at, Mark e-market pharmacy on Microsoft.com. If you click on next, it will show you that for this instance, I don't have an administrator access, but nevertheless, what it shows you actually is just once you connect to that, it will make you choose, or you can go to select users, makes you select the sites, and obviously gives you the summary. So it still shows you all the steps, and then you can click on finish at the end of that. But in this case, I'll just have to cancel. So that's the exit wizard. Now, lastly, I'd want to show you on how you can do a scheduled reporting based on the backup that you have right now. So if you click on scheduled reports, and you click on add schedule here, this will bring you to this page wherein you can choose an Intel recipient. So for example, myself, if I put on Mark at SoftSol, and then if you have some offsite engineers or someone outside that you want those scheduled reportings to be sent out to, so that they get updated, you can pop in the email, their email address on here, and then you can just click on the option if you want to set up that scheduled reporting for unsuccessful backups. The backups being done over 48 hours, 365 backup, asset tracking, and all that. You can just populate that down there. You can pick whichever you choose, and then you can pop in a subject. Say, for example, you pick on here, new market backup report. Click on that. And then you can choose which days these backup reports are going to be sent out. So say, for example, you can send it for the whole week, every day, or you can just choose between Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Or if you want the backups to be just sent on a Monday, early morning before you come to work, 8:30, you can just pop in the time here, 8 a.m. Just click on 8 a.m. GMT, and then you can choose the email layout, table with summary, or just the table only, and then all that. And then you can just click on save schedule, right? And then what it does is actually gives you this, it gives you this image, or sends you an email that looks exactly like this. Just click on that. So this is the email that you will get from that scheduled reporting. So basically what it gives you, it just shows the devices, the storage being used and all that. So it gives you a good summary of what's being backed up and keeps you up to date. So there's that, and just go back to my slides again. So I think we pretty much covered the 5 reasons and why. So just to give you a quick summary on what we've covered just now. Obviously, we covered role-based access, wherein you have the super users, admins, and all that permissions that you can choose for a specific user. And then obviously the one I showed you just now, the scheduled reporting, where you can schedule reporting to be sent out into your email for yourself or for offsite engineers. That gives you an updated email on what's being backed up or what's being happening on the back end. Obviously, the storage and retention benefits that I mentioned, the 7 years, and the times that you can restore on a daily basis, and per user billing. Obviously, I think it's 62% margin for our resellers for Cove Data, as I think I forgot to mention that. And lastly would be ease of use. As I showed you just now, how easy it is to add a device, easy to add a user and whatnot. And it's fairly simple to understand. You don't need to be so technical, and you can just pop it in onto one of your screens in the office, or project it to on the screen that's not being used, so that you have a view of what's being backed up in real time, right? So there's that. I think hopefully you got something out of that webinar, and I want to thank you everyone for joining in, and feel free to reach out at enable@softsolve.co.nz or directly to myself, Mark@softsolve.co.nz. Currently, Enable is running. They have a promotion for Cove Data Protection M365 backup, where they're giving away 100 free licenses for 12 months for new users. So if you're interested to sign up, please let me know, and I'll walk you through it. And thank you very much, and hope to see you on my next webinar. Bye.